Hi, boys and girls. It's Mrs. Curry here again. Our vocabulary words to our story, How to Make an Apple Pie and See the World. First one is orchard. And we're going to be reading about an apple orchard. Apple orchards have lots of trees. It's a piece of land planted with fruit or nut trees. There's an apple orchard right there. See all those red apples on it? Here's another one. Apples on both sides of that path. These are also red apples. And here's three little boys in a wagon, and they're right in front of an apple orchard. Orchards do not have to be just apples. In our story they are, but there's a peach orchard. See the peaches hanging on the trees? We have a lot of peach trees here in North Carolina. Here is a cherry orchard. See those red cherries hanging off that little tree? Here's another orchard, and this one is blueberries. And in our story, it says, you won't have to go far to find an apple orchard. And the definition again for orchard is a piece of land planted with fruit or nut trees. Our next word is harvest. Harvest is the gathering of crops. Harvest. And look how they spell it here. It's an ear of corn that makes the V. Harvest. And the picture here is of a combine. My dad had a combine that looked just about like that. And this one is combining wheat. After they combine the wheat and it goes into the combine, then they have a great big chute that comes out, and they're filling it into the wagon that tractor is going to pull. And then that tractor is going to pull it to market, and they're going to sell it. And in our story, it says, if you time it right, you'll arrive in Italy at harvest time. And there's harvest, the gathering of crops. And the next word is spoil, S-P-O-I-L. It means to go rotten or to ruin. And I'm going to show you some fruit that is rotten. Look at that. Look at that apple. Blech. It doesn't look very good, does it? That apple has spoiled. Doesn't look very delicious. Here's another apple. That does not look very delicious either. I wouldn't want to eat that, would you? Nope. And here's the stages of an apple. The one on the far right with the leaf in it is a nice fresh apple. The one in the middle is starting to spoil. The one on the end is rotten. And it doesn't have to be just apples. Here's an orange that is already spoiled. And in our story, it says, better fly home. You don't want the ingredients to spoil. And here is our definition again of spoil, to go rotten or to ruin. Our next word is churn. C-H-U-R-N. And what we're going to show you is a butter churn. They're taking milk and they're churning it, which is a very long, slow process. That's what she's doing. And it eventually turns it into butter. And there are several churns are very, very old. There's a very old one on the right, And there's a modern one that the woman is holding. And we have another picture to show you how that works. She's turning the handle, and there's a paddle inside that is turning around. See the paddle? And she turns that handle, that paddle turns around and around and around and around. And eventually that milk will turn to butter. When I was growing up, my mother had what's called a butter paddle. And that's it right there. It's a wooden paddle that she used when she made butter. And she did it every once in a while. She liked doing that. But she kept that paddle in the kitchen drawer. And when my sister and I were bad, you know what she did? She'd go over to that drawer, she'd put her hand on the handle to the drawer, and she would threaten us. If we didn't be good, she was going to get the butter paddle out and paddle us. She never did, but she scared us enough that we quit whatever we were doing. And here's the word churn in the story. It says, milk the cow, churn the milk into butter. Our last word is coming up. Our last word is ingredients. That's quite a long word. It starts out with a little word we know, in. And the word is ingredients. Ingredients are any foods that are put together to make up a dish. And in our story, there is the apple pie. Doesn't that look delicious? And apple pies can be made from all different colors of apples, because apples come in a variety of colors. There's some that are green, some that are red, some that are yellow. They come in all different colors. My favorite is yellow delicious. But the ingredients that you need to make an apple pie, some of the ingredients are milk, flour, apples of course, butter, eggs, and there's some cinnamon. And that's what you need to make an apple pie. And here's some more ingredients. All these things put together will make up a dish. Here's more ingredients. This is for, I think this one's for a chocolate cake. Yeah, doesn't that look good? Whip it all up and you'd have a chocolate cake. These ingredients will make bread. There's a rolling pin, eggs, measuring spoons, a sifter, and see the loaf of bread in the middle? And in our story, it says, French chickens lay elegant eggs, and you want only the finest ingredients for your pie. And the word for ingredients again, it's any foods that are put together to make a dish. So, as the story is read to you, you look for all 5 of those vocabulary words. See you later.